Hiroshima, August 6, 1945. One city, one bomb, over 140 people killed. Instantly or painfully, over days and months. The atomic explosion flattened homes, turned children into shadows on the pavement, and left survivors, known as hibakusha, scared for their lives. Their skin melted, their families vanished, and their future was poisoned by radiation. Hiroshima wasn't just bombed, it was erased. Fast forward to today, August 6th, 2025, the city is peaceful, modern, even beautiful. It is a symbol of hope, rebuilt from ashes, but beneath the calm lies a very powerful question. Have we truly learned anything from Hiroshima? Because 80 years later, the world is once again flirting dangerously with nuclear disaster. Let's break it in. First, we'll talk about the nuclear taboo. After the United States bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the world was horrified, and silent agreement formed among nations: never again. Nuclear weapons, yes, but only as deterrents. No country has used them in war since 1945. The world knows what is the consequences. Well, that's the nuclear taboo, and it's held really strong for 8 decades. Until now. The taboo is under stress. You know why now? In 2025, and the global nuclear temperature is rising fast. Here's what's pushing us to the edge. Russia and the US are at it again. Their Cold War is back, only this time with more weapons, fewer treaties, and louder threats. US President Donald Trump recently posted online that he has developed a nuclear submarine in response to aggressive comments by Russia's Medvedev. Nuclear subs, because of the words on social media. Can you imagine that? Israel attacked Iran in June 2025. Iran is a non-nuclear nation under the NPT. Israel is not, and yet Israel launched strikes claiming that Iran was close to getting a nuclear bomb. The US stayed silent, they approved also. Now this undermines decades of nuclear non-proliferation efforts and sends one dangerous message. If you don't have nukes, you are vulnerable. Ukraine gave up its nukes in 1994, and in 2022 it was invaded. Many non-nuclear states now believe that it was a mistake. The lesson we have learned: only nukes can guarantee survivals. Hiroshima, then and now. Let's talk about that now. In 1945, Hiroshima was a bustling city of about 350,000 people. Then the atomic bomb. Little boy was dropped at it. It unleashed a fireball hotter than sun, leveling everything within 2-kilometer radius. Survivors were left with horrifying burns, radiation sickness, and cancer. Today, Hiroshima stands tall, but not untouched. Museums, memorials, survivors still let the world know. Never forget what happened. But the message is fading, drowned by the global tension. Another question: how many nukes are out there today? Let this sink in. Russia, 5,459 warheads. USA, 5,177 warheads. China, France, the United Kingdom, India, Pakistan, North Korea, Israel. Hundreds more. Now that's over 12,000 nuclear weapons sitting across the world, ready and waiting. A 2019 Princeton simulation showed that even a limited nuclear war between the United States and Russia would actually kill 91.5 million people in just an hour. So, is a new nuclear age really beginning? Well, the 1970 Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, the NPT, was supposed to stop the spread of nukes. It divided the world into nuclear haves and have-nots. The deal was simple. If you don't build nukes, then you will be protected and supported. But now, that promise feels broken. Ukraine gave up its nukes, but they got invaded. Russia followed NPT rules, but they get bombed. Israel has nukes, but isn't in NPT. The US and Russia talks deterrence, but upgrades their nukes every single year. Well, the nuclear hypocrisy is real, and smaller nations are starting to notice it. But what can we do? India once led the global disarmament movement. Today, it stays quiet. But as a responsible nuclear power, India must rise again alongside nations like Japan, Brazil, South Africa to demand new nuclear rules. So here's the end to this thought. Hiroshima was a warning, not just to Japan but to the humanity. For 80 years we listened, but today the world is back on the edge. Trigger, happy, treaty wary, and surrounded by bombs. It's no longer enough to remember Hiroshima. We must act before history repeats itself with deadlier consequences. That's it for today. Thanks for watching Times XP. I'm Dhruti Yatri.